I started at 12:20, but it's now 12:27. I used the vegetable oil, little driblets I have. Financially speaking, in terms of income and how much is left on my last legs, so I'm using the driblets that I do have left and what mum and dad do have, or what mum and dad have, such as these spring rolls, almost as samosas. And I'm gonna have that with the rice and curry. Minced beef and onions with that curry. And I saw this in the cupboard, right in the corner. And I smelled it, it doesn't smell off, it smells fresh. So I'm gonna use it in this pan that I've conveniently found in the cupboard. So I'm gonna just carry on getting on with that. I'm feeling so hungry and so thirsty right now. But I've got my weigh-ins before having any food to eat, so it's all cool. I'm gonna carry on getting things cracking, and then I'll have a rice and curry with these spring rolls, duck spring rolls I think they're called. And just to show where I got them from, I got them from the freezer in this bag. Right, let's get to it. What people call the funny bone. But I wanted to say something that I learned from the gym instructor course about the idea of funny bone being false or something like that, but I don't remember it. So anyway, I'm gonna carry on cooking this before it burns and get the rest of the meal done, sorted. Yeah, this will be the first time I'm trying out this curry as well, by the way. That looks way too thick for me. That's all of this sauce. So I'm gonna add this tikka masala as well. It smells fresh, so I'm gonna put it in there. I want it more liquid, that's what I'm used to. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to it. This is now how much is left after pouring in the amount that I did. Looking a lot more like curry now. I'm gonna add some mixed veg into this by defrosting some mixed veg that's there. Yeah. Oh, actually, I can also use some broccoli as well. I'd add some more nutrients in. Yeah, I'll do that, yeah. In the microwave these go. And I'll boil these. Or maybe steam them to try and keep nutrients in. I'll try it out and see if the water turns less green after steaming them. Because it can turn very dark green if I boil them. So I'll try it out. In reference to Love Dorsey's idea saying, when she was talking about vegetables in a video once that's been uploaded to YouTube, that was from an Instagram live, saying that if you boil your vegetables, you're extracting all of the nutrients from within the vegetables out into the water. You're basically boiling the nutrients out of the vegetables by doing it that way. And to be fair, when I boil it, the water can turn very dark green. So I'm certainly boiling pigment out of it, that's for sure. Which I do anyway if I steam them. But it's something to think about. It's something that I could research as well, actually, now that I think about it, especially as I'm going down this path of providing online health coach services. Day by day, bit by bit, piece by piece. I'll get there. Mixed veg is now in there. Just wait for the broccoli. And then that's it. I'll microwave these. Not only because I think they've gone cold. Yeah, they're still lukewarm, but I don't want them crispy. I don't want them extremely crispy like how they are now. I had this bit off camera to just check to make sure that it is completely cooked on the inside and it tastes fine. Making sure that I'm eating cooked food comes first over tracking and making videos and uploading them onto YouTube. But anyway, going back to this now, as I said, if I remember correctly, just waiting for this. Put that broccoli here, and that'll be the meal done basically. I'll be microwaving the rice that's left, around about 100 grams or so. Yeah, that's a solid meal. Right, on that note, I'm actually going to get the rice out, and it should be enough. It's around 100 grams. Usually I have 200, anywhere from 200 to 250 grams of rice. However, I think I'll still be able to have a filling meal because I have all of these spring rolls with me. Duck spring rolls, I remember Mum saying they are. Even though to me they might look like beef. Or pulled pork. For some reason they remind me of pork because it's slightly pink, but maybe I'm just, because seeing as I haven't eaten pork before, due to coming from a Muslim background and pork being forbidden, I might just be straight up wrong. Pork, in the sense that pulled pork might not look anything like that, but for some reason that came to mind. Anyway, I am going to get myself over ready. Let this cook completely. Pour that broccoli in there. Get my rice out. Wait it first, and then put in the microwave, and then have that rice left with this, and that should be a filling meal. Even though it'd be 100 grams of rice that I'd be having over usual, anywhere from 200 to 250 grams. Anyway, I'm going to get on with it. Right, the 310 grams of rice that I had is now going to be completely finished. No more left. I'm going to have to cook some fresh rice. Right, that's how much one spring roll weighs, approximately. Yeah, around about 80 grams. So I can add an extra 9 onto here, seeing as this is half eaten, to the total value that will be shown soon, or that I'll bring up now. So it's about 132 grams of spring rolls that I had, including the half that was here originally. See how much oil there is. You can see that. That's from the spring rolls alone, you know. And the vegetable oil too, now that I think about it. But yeah, I'm going to put these in the microwave. I don't want them this crispy, so I really don't mind putting them in the microwave, even though I just fried them less than half an hour ago. Yeah. Right, meal 1, brown rice, duck spring rolls, I think, and minced meat curry with mixed veg and broccoli. 240 grams of the curry, by the way, that's what that is. This is about 400 grams worth of food. Seeing as that's about 130. The rice is about 110, so that's 240. And then you got the 240 here, so that's 480. Just less than half a kilo, give or take. Anyway, 10 past 1. I really need to eat. I really need to drink some water. I'll have this, but to start off, I'll also have this, which I was making while I was cooking. This is about 2 tablespoons worth, 2 actual tablespoons, not heaps worth. I'm calling them my tablespoons. My alias CJ's tablespoons, that's what I call them. Heaps, just heaps. This is about 2 actual tablespoons worth of strawberry mix, because that's how much was left. And this was 2 of my tablespoons worth of this Onken mango papaya passion fruit mix, yogurt mix. Because I was thinking of having this to start off with. Hold on a sec. For a second there, I thought one of the strawberries looked a bit green, looking a bit moldy. But no. I was looking at it. This did look a bit watery, but look at the expiry date. Plus, it still smells fresh, so I don't think it's off. Same goes for this, except I didn't see it was watery at all. I think that's fine. I'm gonna have this to start off with, and then I'll have the curry. I'm not sure if it will be very filling protein-wise because of the minced meat rather than it being chicken or steak or something, but it will do. It absolutely will do, especially with the spring rolls there. But anyway, meal 1, 10 past 1, probably 12 past 1 now, seeing it's been 2 minutes since filming this clip. Oh, this minute, yeah. I won't bother with waiting for now. I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, around about 12 past 1. I'm gonna start off with this and have that. I got my water here with me as well. Let's do it. 19 past 1 after eat for a bit. This is me. I've had 2 of the spring rolls, or 1.5 really. I've had a few bites of the rice and the curry. That Malabar fish curry, by the way, it kicks. I was saying to myself out loud, it kicks like a motherfucker. Not even necessarily in only spice, but also salt as well. It's like, damn. There could be the tikka masala as well at play here, but I've never experienced that with the tikka masala sauce. So I think it's the Malabar, at least predominantly. I'm feeling full. I'm done. I'm not going to force myself to eat any more of this, even though my parents in the past, whilst I was being raised, were telling me, eat your food, eat your food, eat your food. Not with malice intention, but in that happening, I'd clean the plate because I was doing what I was doing as told. I was eating my food. So on that note, I'm gonna leave it at that and just drink water until I feel hungry again, and be drinking water only until I feel hungry again. I remember I remember my mum, when I get portions that she think were small, saying things like, "Oh, is that all you're eating?" It's like, well, am I meant to eat more? As a kid, I wouldn't know any better, but I have a much clearer idea of my portion sizes. And actually, speaking of, I think that I've been putting on quite a bit of body fat. I've been increasing my body fat percentage significantly with the way that how I've been eating recently in this past week. I could see my body fat percentage looking higher, especially on my stomach. It seems like that's where it's hit first. So I don't think that if I certainly am getting in some protein for sure with the mincemeat and with the duck spring rolls, or the duck that's in it, even if that's even duck, that is, but with some milk as well. But that's quite, it's like 30% protein or something like that, according to the scanning I did of a milk jug a while back on MyFitnessPal. That's what it said. It said 29% protein. I'm almost certain that's what it said. But yeah, because of lower protein, yeah, I've been, in the past week, I've been doing this to myself. I certainly am obviously going out my way to add, to take my health into account with the mixed veg, with the broccoli, with the brown rice over the white, more processed white rice. But that might not be enough. I might need to, specifically because of the low protein of these foods, I might need to actually significantly, not extremely, but significantly reduce my portion sizes. Instead of having 200 grams of rice, I'll have 100 grams. I might need to do that anyway, even if I was having a lot of ingredients that had high amounts of protein in it, such as steak and chicken breast, etc. Salmon as well, tuna, which I haven't seen recently, but which I haven't seen in the cupboards recently. But yeah, when the money is coming in, I certainly will be getting those things. I'll allow myself to enjoy for sure. I think I might impulse buy, not purposefully, but because I would have had no income, I'm gonna sit down for so long. It'd be like, well, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. Yeah, gymnastics rings, I want the A-level PE books, I want books about psychiatry, I'd want, so I can further learn myself, because it seems like people like Therapy in a Nutshell and Healthy Game GG know a lot about mental health, so that's why I'd be getting those sorts of books. And yeah, gymnastics rings, like A-level PE book, to build a foundational base for my personal training learning, or online health coach learning through personal training. I keep wanting to say gym rings. It's like the third time, because I keep on forgetting. It's basically books that the gym rings. In my mind, I'm saying that's the fourth time. There you go. I don't need to shame myself for it, man. It's okay. What else? Swimming lessons, boxing lessons, martial arts lessons, just investing in myself a lot more than I am now, with the help of that income. And also further investing in my financial health as well, so I don't live beyond my means, which is a tool that I'm going to need for as long as I live, or live beyond my financial means. And also just in every other aspect in life, like not over exercising as well, staying within my healthy physical limits, not pushing myself to the point where I really injure myself, something like that. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that. will probably have a much clearer idea of what I'd want to get when I do have an income coming in from gym instructing job. So when that time comes, I'll know what to do, and I might have measures in place to counter impulse buying as I see myself potentially going down. I could see myself going down that route because I'd just be wanting to further invest in myself so much, and I'd see the opportunity. I see the opportunity and I just want to go for it. 7:44, either meal 2 or meal 3. I think it's meal 2 because I did have the rice and curry and the spring rolls in more than one sitting. So this is meal 2 for sure. Got some of this which I just opened up, which isn't mine, which I didn't buy. I had about 4 heaps worth, tablespoons wise. And then having this is the main meal that I thought of having, and I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna get some milk. When I said do that, I meant have 2 slices of bread like this, and then have this, not 3 slices all at once. I'll start off with that actually. Now that I think about it, go slow, and then I'll have that for dessert. I'll have this with the milk. Yeah. Anyway, I'll show the milk, and then I want to get to eating. English not coherent. I'm feeling so hungry at the moment, hence might not be speaking all that clearly. Right, all ready. Meal 2, 7:46 p.m. I'm feeling so hungry. Let's do this. Stomach's tight, so I'm gonna get to eating, and if the stomach's still feeling tight, I'll go out my way to have something else. For example, I could have some of the cereal that's there. However, I've got to be careful with that because having an amount that I'd usually have alongside with all of that milk could be about 1,000 calories, which would mean I'd be putting on a lot of, I'd be really quickly increasing my body fat percentage. And I think that genuinely could be, now that I think about it, one of the main reasons as to why my body fat percentage has increased as much as it has done. I don't know what it was last week and what it is now because of the limitations that I'm currently experiencing because of the scale that they have at the gym and that I'm using. And also because of my financial situation. I could get one of those scales that I've seen that I've used many times in the gym I used to go to. However, they cost like around about 70 quid, and even that in itself, with the current financial situation that I have, it is not a sensible idea to even get that. So I am just gonna carry on, just doing my time, just waited. My financial situation will improve. I'm not gonna only be waiting. I will be working on my financial health behind the scenes, and maybe sometimes in the scenes through making these videos. I might be talking about it every now and then, especially in the weekly health reviews, maybe here and there, but I certainly am not going to say I will do that. No, not necessarily, because I'm not willing to share everything that I'm doing in my life publicly. No, I don't need to do that. I'd have no private life at all. Nah, I'm alright. I've got to have some things that are to myself and myself only, as far as I'm concerned. I want some parts of my life that are private, so I can feel comfortable knowing that not every single person in the world knows everything about me. Nah, I'm alright. I'm not saying my address or anything like that. No, I'm not saying my bank balance or anything like that. No, absolutely not. There are just some things that of course, like those examples that I gave, are just too much sharing. Yeah. But anyway, on that note, I'm going to end this video here. And if I do have more meals than the ones that I've shown in this current video, I'll make a part 2, because the storage space that I have, seeing as I'm in the process of making the weekly health review, it's tight. I don't know how tight, but it's tight at the moment because of how much storage I've really how much storage I've used because of filming these videos, that weekly health review, and all of the other videos that I've been making so far today. So on that note, I'm gonna end it here, and this is gonna be the end of the video. It's gonna be the end of part 1. However, if I do have more, I'll upload it in a part 2, and if I don't, this will be the end of today's daily food log, and tomorrow will be the start of week 22. And on that note, I'll leave it there, and let's see what I get up to tomorrow. Eventually, actually no, I do have one more thing to say before I leave. I think I'm actually gonna go shopping. I can't stand this. I can't. I for the sake of my own health, for the sake of my health, I really, really don't want to excessively hold on to the funds that I do have immediate access to, or no, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine with me saying that. Yeah, I don't want to immediately hold on. Oh no, I don't want to excessively hold on to the funds that I have immediate access to. I'm done with that, because in doing so, I'm losing me. I'm losing a healthy version of me through eating whatever's there in the freezer and the fridge. Mental health wise, I'm not, but physical health wise, that's what I'm getting at here. That's where I am losing myself. What I mean by that is, I'm just quickly coming up with a definition so I can clearly explain what I mean. I mean, my body fat percentage, is increasing to too high a percentage for my liking, too fast. Too high, too fast. The body fat percentage difference from in terms of the photo that I took, or no, in reference to the photos that I took last week and today, is immense, or at least it looks it. Maybe around sub 15 or around 15% body fat last week, and this week it now looks like around anywhere from maybe very basically less than 20, maybe 16 to 17, or maybe even 17 to 18. No more, man. I'm gonna go out my way to eat high protein meals, because I'm not losing my physical health for this. In an attempt to try and hold on excessively. I've just got to move on. Hold on excessively to the funds I have immediate access to, and maybe to this way of life. I do like how much I'm able to learn from day to day, and how much I'm able to do from day to day, but just because I like how much I can learn from day to day this way, and just because I not lack, it might have sounded like I said I meant the seemingly low stress levels. I think there could be much more fun out there for me. A lot more fun, a lot more enjoyable a way of life for me through the online health coaches stuff, and giving myself plenty of large chunks of the day to be able to learn and grow like I have been doing. Yeah, that I'll never take away from myself. Never. Because from my experience of this period in my life, in which I've had no source of income, I know how useful it is and how helpful it is and how far I've been able to come, because I've been using my days, not every single day, but I've been using my days, or at least some of my days, and some hours of my days, or hours of my days, to learn. I'm now seeing how I've started to see how far I've come with my mental health, especially because of that, and my physical health too, through the sort of mindset that I have with exercising, for example. Yeah. And when I say hours, I put quote marks, because I'm currently working through the idea that time is just no more than just a social construct, which in my mind in the past had negative connotations. However, I'm not actually against it, specifically because in the professional world that creates structure. If there was no such thing as 9 in the morning, how would people know when to go to work? And how would people know when the shift finishes? There would be so little structure. Like when do things start? When do things end? What? It's not necessarily inherently a quote unquote bad thing that time is a social construct. It's useful. The idea of it is useful. It can create structure in the personal world, a professional world, and also in people's daily lives. Yeah, it could be a form of control, that maybe people upstairs would be using to control the masses, if certain people believe in the elites or the government's trying to do that or something like that. Hey, I don't know, and I would not be able to provide anything close to an educated take, like let alone an actually educated take at this point in time. So I'm not even gonna bother. But on that note, I'm done. And if I do have anything else to eat, which I might do, I'll make a note of it. My stomach was feeling tight after that sandwich that I've had. However, that's gone away. That feeling of tightness has gone away, and my stomach after eating it has immediately started to blow. I know my stomach's gonna get big. I know it's gonna get big, but yes, what I could do is reduce the amount of carbs that I'm eating, as I said I wanted to do, because I don't want my belly to get this big. And also something that I didn't mention in the weekly health review, I don't think, which I'm currently in the process of filming, is to go shopping again. Start going shopping, even if it's only buying chicken, only buying steak, only buying fish. Go do what you have to do. Don't hold on. Don't hold on like this. Don't hold on so hard that you hurt your hand, like how I was then. Don't. Because that's my advice to myself. I'm not ordering anyone to live like this. Please don't. And I'm saying that to myself again, because I'm allowing my physical health to deteriorate by doing this, by excessively holding on to money. Please don't. Stop this. Please stop this. Please. I'm decreasing the healthy state that my physical health was once in by doing that. Please, man, it's enough. Let it go and allow myself to progress and to move on. Please. Even if I were to have complete zilch, at least I would be able to start fresh, and I'd be able to have money coming in from an income source that I want to have and that I'd want to I'd want to be doing on a daily basis. I can always remember that although companies might make it seem like income and pay is time bound, I can always remember and keep on learning about financial health to carry on remembering after getting a job, in the conventional sense that income, in my opinion, is not time bound, it's value bound. The more I provide value to more people, the larger an income. Not the higher, but the larger. Is a quantity. It's not like a quality, for example, or something that's higher, like height or something like that. I'm finding it difficult to explain myself, to articulate myself clearly, because I haven't thought it through deeply. But yeah, it's very, very basically, the more value I provide to more people, the more income. From a legal place and from an honest place as well. A legal place, an honest place, a healthy place. But seeing as I'd be taking people's health into account through an online health coach business, that would take, even right now I'm thinking of it for the first time off the top of my head, what would I be doing? Actually, no, not for the first time. I've thought of doing calisthenics in business before, but I'll be doing like training clients. Forget that. People. I'd be helping people exercise. It's not, I don't want to be thinking of it as I don't want to be thinking of people like they're only an income source. No, they're people. These are people just like me, helping people exercise. Whether that be through maybe lifting weights, but I'd probably do that outside of a gym because I really don't want to go back to a gym past a certain point. It's like how hookers might treat brothels. I don't want to be in the gym. I don't want to be in the gym for long. I really don't. Just like how hookers might not want to be in a brothel for long, because I know how damaging that could be to my mind and body. Just like how hookers would know how damaging working within a brothel could be to their body, but just for different reasons. I don't want to be listening to that lustful radio, man. Mind pollution. I call it mind pollution. This is my opinion. It's not fact. People absolutely can think differently. However, I absolutely do think it's mind pollution because of the lyrics that they put out in the radio songs, like the Nicki Minaj Freak song. All of those lust-inducing thoughts, and Chris Brown's Under the Influence, talking about sex. Basically, the premise of that song is, look, man, I'm struggling from a crack addiction. And then the girlfriend, then the ladies are like, well, how can we help you, Chris? Ride my dick. Ride my fucking dick. Come have sex with me. Yeah, come get fucked. That is how you can help me out. No, man, I'm not interested in that. He looked in one of the video shots. I've said this before. In one of the video shots, it looks like he was eating pussy. But yet we're not supposed to have lustful thoughts when listening to these sorts of songs that are on the radio, mind you. These same lust-inducing songs that could be a part of why some men, act in a lustful way, and a part of why some ladies might think men are trash or men are dogs. They're missing those misogynist, rage-filled thoughts. Look, man, those songs that create that lust that you don't like could be the same songs that you're shaking your ass to. However, it's not that ladies don't know any better. It's just that ladies might not know any better. Sorry, let me be more specific. Some ladies might not know any better, especially my age, 21, or in my age range, maybe 19 to 22. No, 19 to 23. Yeah. Some ladies genuinely might not know any better. That those same songs that they're shaking their ass to are the same songs that, or at least a part of why, or no, let me try that again. Those same songs those ladies might be shaking their asses to might be the same songs that create lustful thoughts in men as well, including themselves, which would make them act in ways, them being the men, make men act in ways that the ladies won't want or might not like long term. Because seeing as lust doesn't last. And seeing as ladies from the Electra complex would be more focused on having babies rather than just having sex past a certain point. That's what the psychology book talks about, the Electra complex, and that being a part of why ladies want to have babies. I've forgotten the entire process on it, but I've read about the Electra complex from the AQA board of AS and A-level psychology, which is printed from CGP, which I'm reading right now. I don't know why I'm looking at it with such concentration, but my eyesight's clear. My eyesight is clear. It's fine, I can see it. It's right in front of me. It's not like I'm long-sighted. It is, things are a bit blurry from afar. However, I am going out my way to maintain my eyesight. And if anything, mate, eye surgery. if anything, I really do not want to depend on contacts or glasses. I enjoy being able to have extremely clear vision, just like how I could in the past a few years ago, especially when I was a teen, during like biology, when I'd be able to very clearly read from the back of the class. I enjoy those times without contacts, without glasses, and I like those times. If we're speaking on my vision alone, so I plan to keep them, even if that means I have to do surgery. However, before that, I'll absolutely make sure that that's what I want to do, and I'm going to maintain the eyesight that I do have. I'll probably take a year to make that decision if I want to get eye surgery from a specific place, because I'm not going to just put myself in a position where I go to any eye surgeon and then I become blind from the surgery going wrong. No, absolutely not. As far as I'm concerned, that's not an option. I like being able to see. Thank you very much. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. I'm done. And if I think I need to add anything else in terms of today's daily food log, I will in a part 2. This is me signing out. Cheers to living in a healthier life. Cheers to living in a healthy way, even during times of what we may consider in the when looking back as adversity. Now it certainly is a challenge. I certainly seeing it as a challenge in the sense that I'm finding limitations with my financial decision. However, I'm not seeing I could see it as hardship, especially when looking back, but I'll get through this. Complaining about the fact that, oh, I'm going through hardship, that's not gonna help, man. Yeah, this is a challenge, and life is gonna throw challenges at me. I'm going to have to go through trials and tribulations in life, regardless of whether I am or I'm not on this journey of improving my health. It's going to happen anyway. That's a part of life. So to these challenges, I'm going to say bring it on. And trust me, with this financial challenge I'm going through and with this financial situation I'm going through, I absolutely will come out of it on the other side. Absolutely. And I'll make sure of it. I'm not saying that lightly either. I absolutely will come out of this on the other side a changed man, changed individual, living in a much more healthy way, ideally in every aspect of life. However, I don't know how that's going to go. I'm not going to try and set expectations to it, because I genuinely could feel disappointed. It's not going to seem all that big a deal, seeing as I would have got to a healthier space financially over so many days and months. So it would just be pretty normal to me. So I'm not going to set expectations in my mind, even though I have visualized having thousands in the bank balance. I have, but I'm not going to expect myself. I'm not going to try and make it seem like I have to feel happy, even if that is to happen in less than 2 years, like 1.5 years time, as I set in the past, or as I thought of happening in the past. Yeah, due to my mental health improving drastically over 1.5 years worth of time since that mental health low, and since that event in which I got approached by who I called a little kid, maybe 15 or so, maybe even 16 now, I don't know, called who I called Joseph. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. If I need to make a part 2 for this daily food log, I will. And on that note, I'm done. And cheers to living a much healthier life in all aspects, even throughout challenges, when challenges come my way. This is just going to be another challenge under my belt. I'm referring to my financial situation at the moment. Once I overcome this on the other side, I'll be a lot more prepared to be a productive member of society who can overcome trials and tribulations for sure, because I would have gone through it. I would have been there, done that with trials and tribulations. Like this one, for example, I probably would learn a lot from it. Anyway, on that note, I'm done, and I'll see you in the next one. Well, let's see what I get up to tomorrow's log. I'm not seeing anyone. I'm not seeing anyone in the next one. Yeah. Anyway, I'm done. Peace.